Alright guys, we got a 2018 CBR1000 Honda, and we were out riding. We caught a rock in the radiator and it poked a hole in the radiator. So we're going to take the radiator off and get it replaced, but we couldn't find any videos on how to get it off. So we're going to show you the gist of how we did it to get it off. We're not mechanics, but you know, it wasn't that hard. So the first thing you do is you want to take off both side fairings. You're going to take off 1, 2, the bolts on the bottom, and this little hook right here in the front. You're gonna slide everything forward and it'll pop right off. Then you're gonna come around to the other side and you're gonna do the exact same thing. There's that hook right there. You're gonna slide the fairing forward and it's gonna come right off these little clamps and off the hooks there. Then you're going to take off the bottom fairing too, and that'll expose everything for you. So, once you get in here, there's your shifter on the left-hand side, and there's your coolant bolt right there in the middle. It's trying to get it for you. You can see it's the silver one on the right of the CD or CDL right there. So, here's your hoses. The hoses, they have these clamps on them. We had to put a flathead screwdriver in there, twist left, twist right, keep twisting. They're basically, you know, they're dead. Once you take them off, they're done. So you pop that off, get you a little pan, and put it under this hose right here. And when you do it, go really, really slow. Just wiggle it off slow. When it starts to drip out, just let it drip slow. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Coolant is toxic and it's slippery. You don't want this all over your garage. You don't want this everywhere, because if it gets on your tires, you're going to have a problem. Another factor is the radiator cap is on the other side. You want to open this up, not all the way, but if you have someone to help you, you want to open it slow. And it should kind of drain slowly. It may come out fast, it may not, but just some tips that the slower you open this, the slower it drains out. Alright? So, once you got this hose off, everything's drained out into the bowl, you're ready to start taking the radiator off. So, the top hose, you're going to take this off here. You're going to take off from the side this hose right here. You're going to take off, come down, the second one, boom, you're going to take that off right there. And then these little clips, you're going to push it out towards the plastic, like the holder. You want to push it towards the holder, and then you're going to grab this and just wiggle up and down till it comes out. Don't yank on the wires, because you just don't want to do it. Or just take your time, wiggle it out. It'll eventually come up. Just unleash that clip, because you can see there's a lock right here on the side. You got to release the clip and pull at the same time. It takes 2 hands. You take that one off, come over, do the same thing on the top right here, get that one off, and then once you do that, you're ready to start taking the bolts off. The bolt is, trying to show you here. So here's a zip. It's right there, and it should be silver. It's a different color. So you'll take that bolt out. That's the first one. The second one is right here. It's on the other side, but you'll unscrew it, and the nut is built into this piece, so don't worry about that. But unscrew it, it's going to pop right off. Now on this side, on the top, where's it at? It's right there. The radiator, this piece here, it's just hanging, not really hanging on there, but it's rubber that holds it in place. You just wiggle it and it'll come off. But don't forget, there may be fluid inside the radiator, so either side, this side or that side, as you're wiggling it, well, I guess this way, lean it over to the left and keep the bucket under, let it spill in the bucket and get all that fluid out. Once everything is out, take it off. And to get it out, there's another wire on top, which is this one. It's connected. There's a little hook right there. It's going to be hooked into the other side. So you got to kind of wiggle it out and then wiggle this out, and the fluid's going to be spilling. So take your time. Put towels. Put a kitty litter, a towel, and then kitty litter on top of the towel if you want to. But that way it catches everything and it spills in the litter and it's not a big problem. Once you get that off, boom, the radiator comes right out. Once you have it out, you can see our, where's the hole at? Where'd it go? There it is. You can see the hole right there. And for us, what brought it to our attention was we stopped to get gas and get some snacks, and we noticed there was like milk or just something sprayed all over the left side of the bike. What we didn't realize at the time was the rock hit the radiator, punctured it, and the fans on the back blew the coolant everywhere. So that's why it was mostly on the left. So we thought a hose came off or a hose was leaking. Something wasn't right, but that was all it was the fans were spitting the fluid all over both sides. This side is not so bad, but the other side I'll show you, it's pretty bad. So you can see this is what we saw in the moment. We thought there has to be a leak somewhere over here, or there's a hose. So we were taking the fairings off in the middle of nowhere, and we ended up finding out that once we filled it up with some water, we realized that, oh, there's a hole in the radiator because it just started spilling out the bottom. We couldn't see it, but then we saw it. Got a truck, brought it home, we were good to go. So hope this helps somebody. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer, but that's what we did to get it off and get it done. And yep, there you go. Bye.